Hi, I'm Jenny and this is my first process video, so please be kind to me as I learn this thing that I thought would be very easy and it's actually quite hard. Okay, so this is my process video for the scrap stash kit. I'm just showing you some pieces of paper that I've put together from various collections, and I think there you can see a pink paisley. There's lots of bow bunnies, some basic grey, what's that one, Dear Lizzie collection, some lovely tones of aqua or teal, some yellow and some navy blue, and I think I've got some accents of white as well in there. So it's another bow bunny one. And I think I'm showing you some pieces of paper from the 6x6 pad and some sticker collection sheets. So I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet, but there's some collections from all of my stash. And then I found some more. So these ones were from Echo Park, the Photo Freedom line, and they were perfect colours for this Scrap Your Stash challenge. So I think some of those are bits and pieces that I used for this first layout. There's some nice Kaisercraft collections that I plan to cut apart and use as well. So here I go. I think I'm having a look to see what I would like to use and start cutting some of the cards apart and use them on the layout. Pretty straightforward, really. Okay, looking through the paper, trying to decide what I'm going to use for the layout bottom. First of all, I thought I might use that sheet. It was a navy blue, but I've decided that I'm not going to use that, and I actually go for this piece of paper from Bow Bunny, and it has words written all over it, like beautiful, I love you, wonderful, thanks, happy. So it was a really nice little piece of paper. So now I'm just fiddling with some of the cards from the cut apart. So that I've cut apart sheet that I did cut apart, and I'm just checking out placement and having a look at some of the 6x6 pieces of paper and trying to use them as a mat, and at this stage just seeing what I like. I chose not to get that little piece of paper because it had something on the other side that I liked, so I put that away. So here the process begins. Lots of fiddling around, lots of indecisiveness, and really just seeing what my eye likes and what I'm happy with. So fiddling and fiddling and fiddling, and thinking, I'd like a little bit more yellow in there, some yellow on the bottom to balance up the top. Wanted to have a little splash of pink. I was pretty happy with how things were so far, and now I'm going through my little ephemera packs, and this one's a collection of vellum and die cut pieces from Heidi Swap, and I'm just pulling bits and pieces out that I think I might like to use and adding them to the page. I don't use all of them. Some things I put on there and decide that I don't really want to use them, but at this point in time I'm just pulling some things out, placing them on, and just seeing how they go. It might look like I'm being really indecisive, but I really enjoy the process of just choosing bits and pieces and seeing where I think I'd like them, putting them down and seeing whether I like it there or not, taking it off. There is no real rhyme or reason to what I'm doing right now, and it's pretty much just going through my stuff. So I've put that away, and I've now pulled out a little container of Project Life kits that I've pulled, and they're from varying manufacturers and different collections, and I'm just cutting them up and seeing where I might use them the best. So I found a nice heart, and that was the perfect colour, aqua or teal, and I'm going to use that. Just going through the pack, seeing what else I might like to use, anything that grabs my fancy, and we're going to start building up from here. Okay, so I found the bits and pieces that I might use, and I'm going through yet again another little container, and this is leftovers from the Maggie Holmes collection. I'm not sure which collection, there's a few collections in there, and so I've pulled some bits and pieces that I might like to use, and I'm going to start, haven't glued anything down yet, but I'm going to start adding some layers and seeing what I like. So I'm just pulling out the little bits from that little die cut word, life. I think that was from a Heidi Swapp collection, I'm not sure. And there's lots of fiddling going on, lots of fiddling, lots of straightening up, lots of picking up, lots of putting down. That's just how I do it. It's fun. I love the creative process. That blue thing, look, I want it up the top, down the side, down the other side, or maybe I'll just leave it up the top. I don't know unless I have a look and see. I don't know how many times I fiddled with some of these elements. Lots and lots and lots of times, I'm sure. Okay, so I've got the Kaiser Craft cut apart sheet at the moment, and I'm putting that to the right to try and fill in that gap there, because I found that I didn't quite put the paper down where I had first envisioned that I was going to put it down, and there was a little bit of an awkward space where the love heart was, so just trying to fill that up a little bit. So I just cut another circle element from that cut apart sheet to add there, and here I'm happy with the placement, and I'm sticking everything down. So the bottom section's been stuck, and I've committed to the placement of it all, and now it's more time for fiddling. And as you can see, I thought about putting that say cheese down the bottom on the right, but you'll see that I move it. It's too much of an awkward look for me having that circle and the Great Day smack bang under that life. So I soon realised that that's not where I wanted it, and I wanted it down the bottom. So now I'm just cutting apart little bits of paper from the different collections and making a few layers. I think I put some yellow hearts over there from Glitz Design over on the right, tucked that underneath that navy blue piece. And here I go again, looking in. I've got these little ceramic bowls that I've got collected, that I have pulled some of the bits and pieces from different collections to make it easier to find. And there was so much in there that I actually found it really hard to look through and find what I wanted, but it gave me a rough idea of what I wanted. So that's what I'm doing at the moment, just pulling some bits and pieces, because I'm ready to start doing my clusters and start adding a little bit of texture to the page, and so everything's not so flat. I think I've pulled out some buttons there, those lovely teal buttons from October Afternoon, and there's the pink button there from the Heidi Swapp collection, and I think those blue feathers are stamps that I got from Close to My Heart, which is a gorgeous feather stamp, and I had stamped them with Prima chalk inks and cut them out for a previous project, and so I had a few left over in my stash, so I used those. And I've just stuck a little piece of Maggie Holmes to the right there under that Great Day, so I'm getting ready to stick that, using a bit of glossy accents. I like my Tombow multi, mono multi, something big long confusing name, but I'm out of that, so I just used a bit of glossy accents. And what am I doing here? Cutting a bit of yellow foam tape. There must be something I want to... Okay, it's the little butterfly. I want to put that up on dimensions and put that down there. So let's have a look where I'm up to. A little bit more of a foam tape what am I doing? Okay, I'm adding that little banner there. I want to put that above the everyday is filled with awesome. I think that's where I want to place it, up the top there on the left. Yep. And I think I stuck it down and then realised that there was an acetate little diamond there from Heidi Swapp that I want to stick on. So I stuck that on, and I have pulled out some more mounting foam and I stuck that on, and then realised that I had double mounted, and that's not what I wanted to do. So I stick it down and pull it back up and take that foam off and just put some double-sided tape on the back. And that is stuck there. So I think I've made this go super quick, this section, to try and get the video shorter. So I'm sorry if it seems to be going really quick and I'm not being able to keep up. I hope I get better, but I hope I'm not too bad either. So I think I'm having a look at the sticker sheet there, seeing if there's anything else that I want to add. I've put most of my clusters down. I've glued the button down the bottom. There's a butterfly above the Great Day. There's a little sticker there. I'm putting the little circle element that I cut out of that Kaiser paper. Just putting that underneath the heart. I'm putting that Heidi Swapp button, pink button, on foam there, just out of screen. That's going to go on top of the love heart there. And what else am I going to do here? Looking. I think everything has stuck down. I think it must be just about ready for me to look to see what else I want to place. Okay, I haven't glued down the little button there. That's the little October afternoon button. I love those little buttons. Quite cute. They come in a few different sizes in each pack and a few different colours. So I've committed to that being there. Okay, so now I realise the branding strip was still on up the top. So I'm cutting that off, and I'm actually going to trim down the piece of paper because I've decided that it needs a border around it. So I have trimmed the paper down, and I'm trying to see whether I wanted it on the blue piece that I had, but I actually grabbed a piece of teal paper out of my stash, cut the middle out to use for another layout, and added that. So it gives it a little bit of a frame around the edge and pulls some of that beautiful teal or aqua in. So at the moment I am just putting 2014 with a little date stamp there. And I will have to circle the date. I wasn't sure when this actual photo was taken. It was in April at some time, and my daughter was away at a youth camp, and we couldn't think of the exact date, so I'll circle that at another time. So here I am at the moment with my Indian ink and splatting that on there. I love it because it dries silky and smooth. I can get nice big blobs, but inevitably I spilt some where I didn't want to go, but the baby wipes have picked it up and all is well. So I'm able to fuss there for a bit, wipe it off and move along. I think there was a bit on the bottom as well. It landed on the acetate, so I was able to wipe it off. So no big dramas. So it's pretty much finished now. I think that I'm going to add a couple of enamel dots. There I go, adding the enamel dots, and then it's done. So thank you for bearing with me on my first process video, and thank you for everyone who's done them, because they're not as easy as they look. You make them all look so much easy, but it's hard talking to a computer, looking at the screen, listening to distractions in your house and trying to stay focused. So thank you everyone who's done it, and thank you for joining me today. And if you liked, I would love you to hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, I'd love you to subscribe, and I hope that I'm able to do a few more process videos in the future. So thank you for stopping by today, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.